Hi everyone, today I'll be talking about Google Calendar and Apple Calendar. I use both these calendars and I think they're both great. Availability and accessibility. Google Calendar is a downloadable app on various devices such as Apple, Android, and more. You can also view it on the various browsers such as Google Chrome, Safari, Firefox, and more. For Apple Calendar, it comes with the Apple product itself. You can't have Apple Calendar on an Android or any other type of phone. All these events sync with other Apple devices via iCloud. The display. Google Calendar has various displays. You can view your events based on the day, week, month, year, schedule, and the next 4 days. There is also an option where they have a button for today, and once you click on today, you will see all the events that you'll be having for that day. Apple Calendar. Apple Calendar has various multiple views as well. You can view it by day, week, month, and by year. And as well, it also has the today's button. Sharing and invites. Google Calendar can be easily shared by using shared events with other people by creating shared calendars. This is a great option. You can also send invites straight from the application. You can include a Google Meet for video calling, send to specific emails, set a designated time, set a designated location, all through Google Calendar. You can also accept these invites straight through your email. And again, these invites can be sent to various emails. Apple Calendar. Apple Calendar has shared events, but only with your own Apple products. And again, your iCloud needs to be signed into the same account on all these different devices. If you want to send an event, you must send an event and email somebody. Send invites straight from the application itself. And again, you have that option to include FaceTime for video calling. This is a great option if somebody can't go to the meeting in person. And you can also accept these invites through email. Categories. As you can see, the different categories are shown on the left and the right for Google Calendar and Apple Calendar. The display is quite different, but again, also ultimately the same. For Google Calendar, you can include events from different classes. This is great for teachers. If you are using Google Classroom for your school, you can see all the different classes you have, and you can check or uncheck the ones that you want to have in your Google Calendar. You can also include shared events, shared calendars. So for example, you can have your test dates all shared with all the different teachers so you can make sure that there aren't that many tests for students on one day. For Apple Calendar, you can include events from all your connected emails. Make sure to log into all your emails, and then you can choose which ones and which specific information you'd like to check and have on your calendar. As you can see, you can have iCloud, your Gmail, your work mail, and other types of email connected to your Apple Calendar. Here are some pros and cons for Google Calendar. Some pros include being super user-friendly. It's accessible on various devices. You can access it from the app or the browser, so at least you have options. There are multiple displays. It's accessible straight from Gmail, so you can choose and accept invites from various people and it goes straight to your calendar. You can easily share your calendars with others. Definitely great for businesses and schools. And you can use different colors to differentiate events. Some cons include that you must download the app or go to the website. It does not sync with outside calendars as well. It's not really a huge issue, but just something to think about. Here are some pros and cons for Apple Calendar. Some pros include that it automatically comes with Apple devices. It's accessible on all Apple devices and shared information via iCloud as mentioned. There are multiple displays. It includes multiple accounts and calendars, which is great if you want to know everything in just one place. And you can use different colors to differentiate events. Some cons include that the display may be overwhelming with too many events. Not available with other devices, again, just for Apple. Problems may occur with syncing. So sometimes if you schedule an event on your phone, it does not necessarily hook up with your laptop right away. And events are not easily shareable with non-Apple users. For example, if you have an event shared on your iPhone and you've created an event, you'd have to send them an email. Can't really choose another shared calendar. So let's go ahead and see how to create a Google Calendar. So let's go to our Fort Hays State University calendar. And as you can see, you have events here, which are technically our holidays. So if I want to create a calendar, I click over here on the left, add calendar, create a new calendar, and I'm going to name this middle school test calendar. So if I want my other middle school teachers to know when my tests are, or if we want to know when other tests are, we can go ahead and look at that. I live on Guam, so we're going to go ahead and click on Chamorro Standard Time. Again, you want to pick the correct location so you have the correct time and everybody knows and schedules at the certain time that it needs to be. Alright, let's see. Try again. Alright, so we have middle school test calendar, and you can choose different settings here. So you can get shareable link, you can make it available only for your organization, you can share it with specific people, so if there are certain teachers you want to connect it with, you can do that. You can have an event notification, you can choose a time, and if it needs to be all day, you can cancel events, and of course you have your URL. If you want it to be public, you can also make it public. So let's go ahead and go back to the original. So if I want to create an event, so let's go and say test 1. Then I can add a Google Meet conference for those that are meeting online with me if needed. And then I can also schedule a specific time. So let's go ahead and say we are going at, let's see, at time perhaps, let's go and choose 9 a.m. And if we want to end at 10 a.m. And again, you can add guests if you would like. You can choose your guests. And if you want this calendar, you can choose middle school test calendar, and you can also change the color. So as you can see over here of 9 a.m. and that's how you create a test calendar. And again, it's definitely great. We use shared calendars for our school, and it's great because we know when other teachers are having their tests, and we don't want to overwhelm the students. And I just think Google Calendar is great for everyone overall. So let's go and take a look at that. So conclusion, Google Calendar is very similar to Apple Calendar, as you heard. It is more user-friendly, definitely easy to access and share events with all users, and it's great for workplaces, especially schools. I highly recommend that we use Google Calendar over Apple Calendar. I may use Apple Calendar just because I have an iPhone and I set some reminders, but overall I think Google Calendar is very helpful for all. Thank you for listening.